Shout out to Lovely, first time sending a question in.
Hey, lovely.
She says that she's been thinking about, she's been considering uh, being in an open relationship. Um,
Mm.
could we provide her with some pros and cons?
Um, hmm. First of all, first and foremost, let me just say, if you're deciding to do this, you have to make sure this is something that you completely can deal with, that you're ready for. Um, you know, y'all have to have rules set in place. I mean, I guess that will be a pro. The rules are set in place. Now, it's a pro if everybody follows those rules. The con is to that is the rules are broken or people don't know their place in it. You know, whew, what can go wrong? Emotions. You have to have a certain type of mentality, a certain type of um, be in a certain emotional state to be in an open relationship. If you're jealous, not gonna happen. Um, if there's no real trust, not gonna happen. I don't know if I can list like the pros and cons. I mean, if everybody with it and can follow those rules, the pro is everybody gets what they want and they can be happy and have fun, you know. But not just worry about your mental and emotional state, the other parties that's involved. You know, if everybody's going to be open and honest, is everybody, um, like I said, know their place in it? Are y'all picking certain people? Are y'all doing it together? Or are both people pleased to do whatever they want with whomever they want? Is those people going to be honest? Those people know those boundaries of certain people who's off limits. So I don't know if I can sit and do like a, you know, list of pros and cons. It's just a reality. This is what needs to happen in order for it to work. So the same thing that could be good about it is the same thing that could be bad about it. Like I said, with rules, everybody follow the rules. Boom, it's a pro because everybody's happy. When you have them list of rules and people don't follow them, it can go way, way bad. So,
hmm
okay,
Um,
Mr. Nova.
well, let's start with the cons. The cons is there's no communications, there is no organization, there is no rules. It's
Mm-hmm.
just yard out, and that is not good. Diseases, babies popping up,
Mm-hmm.
you getting pregnant, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Men fighting over you, you fighting other women. All the things that you see, um, all the things that you see that people in normal committed relationships, and then there's cheating and you see how everything go left. It can happen in an open relationship when everybody is not on the same page.
Top
You have
10.
to treat it like it's the swingers lifestyle. You have to treat it
Mm-hmm.
like it's a poly lifestyle because it's more poly than anything. Everybody needs to be aware of everybody. If you're going to be in an open relationship, okay, you need to make sure that he understands that you got a man. He can't be in his feelings. The only person allowed to be in their feelings is your man. And if your man is in his feelings, you have to push a pause and y'all got to talk it out. And it's the same thing with the man. If he has himself a chick, when you get in your feelings, it's a pause and y'all talk it out. If you say, I can't do this anymore, he has a choice to make. He either stops and deads all that extra stuff, or he continues and leaves your ass. So, and the same thing
Mm-hmm.
for you. Okay? The same thing for you because open relationships are done for a reason. And I'm not a fan of open relationships. I think they're gateways to other activities. And I just in this one particular instance, I would say just skip over that shit and get straight to the main thing. Okay, because it's too loosey goosey. If this was 20, 30 years ago, sure. If this was the 90s, sure. But in the days of social media, in the days of 24-hour internet access and cell phones, it is not a good idea to play that game. Find another lifestyle that y'all could do together. Okay? Think about it. Do it together. Because if he is okay with you dating and fucking other men, then y'all might as well just skip all of that nonsense and start doing things together. There's at least 3 lifestyles on the top of my head that you can explore, and we'll talk about that on another show because we're getting crunched on time and I don't want to tie it up. Now the pros: there's fulfillment, there's adventure, there is fun, there is a level of open-mindedness that can be accomplished that the average person won't comprehend. Okay, just imagine you getting up, get in the shower, you put on this nice ass outfit you just bought from wherever, and your husband or your boyfriend is going out tonight. Yeah, me and such gonna go hang out. We're gonna get some drinks, whatever. Oh, okay, all right, cool. He gives you a kiss. He gets dressed. I'm gonna go hang out with the boys, and you go. You ain't gotta worry about no nonsense. You ain't gotta worry about no headaches. But you see the level of communication. She told him who she's going to be with and when they're going. Most of the times they say, okay, well, you going to be out all night or what? Oh, no, I'll be home about 2. Oh, okay, y'all fucking tonight? Probably. Oh, okay, all right. It may sound weird and kooky to the average person, but guess what? This is a lifestyle for most. Not most, some. Because this is still low-key. This is a lifestyle for a lot of people because some people are absolutely honest with themselves. I like the idea of having multiple partners. I love who I'm with unconditionally, but I like the idea of enjoying someone else. And then I come home to my partner. If this ain't for you, this ain't for you. But if it is for you and it's something you want to do, be responsible. Always wear condoms because guess what? There's plenty of people who do this. They've been having unprotected sex with their husband and or fiance or boyfriend, and he been busting all in you, and you ain't get pregnant yet. You want a baby, but that one goddamn time you went out on that date, and this dude, his soldiers are flying a whole lot faster. You got pregnant by your side dude. It happens all the damn time. So you be smart, you protect yourself, and you have fun. Communicate with your mate, and you lay down ground rules with the person that you're being your little side piece. That's all. Hope I was helpful. All right. All right. This person wants to remain anonymous. And they're asking, how do you get over someone who was your first for a lot of different things? How do you get over someone who was your first for a lot of different things?
How do you get over? You can keep those memories. You could keep the memories, but you also have to, keep in mind, just because they first, I mean they're going to be your best. And just because they was your first in some things, that doesn't mean it's not more memories to be made with someone else. That's just what it is. Understand that, okay, appreciate those experiences, But
Mm-hmm.
also keep in mind, if there was your first and you've moved and you started seeing somebody else, also keep in mind why you're not with them anymore. When you start thinking, oh my God, I want him back. Think about if he broke your heart, or if he cheated, or if he disrespected you, or he wasn't supportive. And that's the thing about it, is oftentimes people remember the good things about somebody that did bad things, so they fall back into the trap. But you got to remember that hurt. That don't mean dwell on it and, oh my God, I can't move on and be walking around angry and sad and, just don't want to give nobody else a chance. No. But just be like, okay, he might have been my first and I had this first experience with him, but to try that next. Because that was the first, so he probably mediocre. And you just don't know because you haven't experienced. Like when you don't experience things, then you don't have anything to compare. So, of course, he's going to be the best to you because he was your first. But experience those same thing with somebody else, and you're going to be like, what? Greg who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like like the Queen said, they're memories, and you have to turn them into memories, because right now there's something else. They're weighing you down. They're preventing you from progress and moving forward, moving on, and preventing you from healing. Especially when they were your first in a lot of different things. They could be, which is a vague statement. It could be first time doing an activity. You never been to a play before until this person took you. You never sucked a dick before until this person put it in your mouth. Whatever the case may be. You have to accept the fact that the relationship is ended, and you have to move on. It's going to be hard. I'm not trying to be insensitive to your emotions, but I think you should focus on you and focus on creating new first for yourself. That's the thing about being in relationships, and then when they end, so you'll be in a relationship with somebody and they open up a whole new world to you. And then when it ends, here you are, you feel like, okay, this person showed me so many things. Okay, now go show yourself some things. It's nothing wrong with learning different aspects of the world, your community, and even yourself, doing it alone. It's okay to be alone sometimes. You're going to have those feelings. You're going to miss them. But the more that you focus on you and less on them, the stronger you get, the quicker you heal, and those feelings that you're feeling in your gut right now will start to go away. You just got to take it day by day. It's hard. I know it's hard because I have been there. Trust me. And if the me now can go back and talk to the younger me, actually no, I wouldn't tell him to do. I want him to go through that pain because I wouldn't know what I know now. So yeah, focus on you. Figure out what new things that you want to learn about, you want to participate in. Because as you're doing these different activities, you're bettering yourself. You're treating yourself right. You're preventing depression from settling. You're staying busy. You're staying active, and you'll start to feel good about yourself, good enough to even date again. That little cute dude that you see, when you go over to see mom. It's a cute dude in the neighborhood or something, whatever. That dude at the job that keep trying to holler at you. Whatever. But the first things first, last things last. And the first thing is to focus on you create new firsts for yourself. And that way, the list of firsts that you're focusing on will be at the bottom of the list instead of the top of the list. So I hope that was helpful. I got a lot of the duplicate questions here.
Now we have some good questions. Some good.
Mm-hmm.
I said they be having some good questions. I love it.
Yeah, but what happens is a lot of people got the same, are going through the same things. This is a great social experiment. Because if I get 10 questions by 10 different people and it's all targeting the same thing, okay, that tells me something.
Mhm.
All right, this person wants to remain anonymous, and she's asking, do you guys think that a man can really love as deeply as a woman? Boy.
Yeah. I mean, how somebody love is how they love. They definitely can, and that goes back to people show it differently. But they definitely can, because love is love. How somebody feel is how they feel. And some people love hard, and so definitely they can. Because, some people be like, oh, well, and feeling deeply doesn't mean like, a female, how a female get emotional and cries. Some men do show emotion and cry, but that doesn't mean just because that man isn't bawling his eyes out doesn't mean that he's not, loving hard or deep, You can tell how a man loves you by how he treats you.
Yep. Yeah, I think I actually know. Sometimes I mean, hell, I've been on the lopsided chart of love on many occasions where I'm loving a person deeper than they're loving me. So I know that it's definitely possible. Um, and I know a few other brothers out there who are like that. And it's one of those questions that you can't really give. I mean, yes, of course it's possible. Unless we go and gauge every man alive's love, we don't know. So you have to assume that it's possible. And sometimes we think it's not possible because of the stigma or the stories we hear or our own experiences. We think, oh, it's impossible for a man to love as deep as us. And that's not true. You just got to find the right guy that's going to love you as deep as you. There's no one has the world title and championship of love. It's just the way it's looking. Men don't love as deep as y'all do. It just looks that way. But sometimes the male bravado, the ego, the stupidity, sometimes that cloud that gets in the way and you can't see it, but you don't know. I mean, my suggestion is, if that's a question because you're experiencing it, find a man that is going to love you as deep as you love, or more so. So I hope, hope you're able to do that. All right, here's one I think is pretty funny. This is from Monique. When is it ever acceptable for someone with children to have a dirty ass house?
Yes, you're absolutely right about this one being funny. You know what? It's not acceptable. Because she said dirty ass house. I mean, it's just stuff everywhere. It's deplorable or whatever. It's not occasional like, oh, I have a pile of laundry I have to do, or I was tired, so I didn't wash the dishes from lunch. I'm gonna wash them from dinner. That's not that type of filth that she's talking about. It's never acceptable because my thing is, once a home gets to a certain level, it's not overnight. It's not.
Mm. No, you can tell.
Yeah, and it's that mom have children that's supposed to be able to learn as well responsibilities and help to clean up too. Because if they can be in a room where they're looking like a tornado went through, old food or a smell or whatever, that means they're comfortable like that because they was raised like that. I'm not talking about the, oh my God, boys are so messy type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my kids, even when they was young, you know, first of all, if you don't teach it at home, in preschool, kids are taught how to clean up after themselves. So, no, it's never acceptable because that goes over time. And that goes with, oh my God, I just had a flashback of a picture I seen on Facebook with a girl talking about she about to turn up for her birthday. And she got like a cover or a sheet or something on the floor, and it's like just nasty around the house. I'm like, yeah. And I don't just blame the people whose house it is. I blame the people who is okay with going to people's house that look like that too. Because if nobody ever wanted to come to their house or hang with them, be around them because they're so nasty, maybe they'll clean up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's a whole problem in itself. Because now you're teaching the kids to just live however.
Mm.
You know, like,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, it ain't never that tired.
Not at all. There is
be on the
never.
phone with people. They be like, "Leave them kids alone." I'll be like, "Oh, Do I see a what? Who left a cup in my sink? Oh, My fault every other day. I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and this is what I explain to my kids. They all have their chores. They have certain things they have to do. That deals with the upkeep of the house. If you do it on a regular basis, then it keeps it clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you don't have to have this long drawn out period. Like, oh my God, you know, family coming over, so now I gotta be spending a day or two cleaning. No, because if you live life right and did what you're supposed to do daily, you don't have to worry about that. Like,
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of
you renting somebody else's property and you tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a matter of laziness, and when the boo boos or the accidents happen, or the clutter, or the spills, whatever the case may be, the dirt. Whenever you see it, when it happens, you didn't jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've literally went over people's houses, and the minute you walk into the house, and they have the tile floors, you hear your feet like the bottom of your shoe is being stuck to the floor because the baby done spilled some juice and somebody just half-ass cleaned it up. Or when you're sitting there, you see the roaches literally walking across the room. They're in the wall. They're walking across the wall. You know, one thing I learned, as a food safety expert and taking multiple classes with Orkin, if you see a roach walk in an open space when you are in a common area, you got too many roaches. It's one thing when you turn on a light and and one's on his way. He was on his way from to and fro, and you surprise his ass. That's one thing. But you sitting there, the TV's on. There's 4 people in a room, or it's 2 people in a room, and here you are, and the roach is literally walking down the wall like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I belong here. You got too many, and if you got too many, that means you let it fester, and you let it get nasty. And anybody in the hood knows if you got roaches, the mice ain't too far behind, or it's vice versa, because they're into the same shit. So, a nasty house, and you got kids in it, because one, you're teaching your kids nastiness. So no, there is never any excuse for you to have a nasty ass house. So get up off your cheeks and get the cleaning. All right, Queen, we're at 1:30. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Queen Live's Reality Talk. Thanks for the questions. Keep those questions coming, because as you do know, every last Thursday of the month, we do our Q&A session. If you have a show idea, you want to be a guest, make sure you contact us. Hit us up on our social media pages or our personal pages for those who know us personally. Email by pearson1982@gmail.com. Also, if you are interested in having your own show, or you need some type of promotion, or you want to sponsor the show, make sure you follow or go subscribe to our YouTube channel. That has been posted as well. Share, like, invite your friends. It's very important. We appreciate the support. Any last words, Hakim?
No, thanks for the questions. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Yes, so until next time, good night, everybody.
Peace, y'all. Shout out to Lovely, first time sending a question in. She says she's been thinking about, she's been